But are you working in the industry all this time? Are you working various jobs in the industry, or are you doing like waitering jobs and stuff?
I did the Without a Trace thing, and while that was like really cool, and I was like, oh, there's like a television show operates. It was many hours.
Yeah,
and also I was like realizing that like they're never gonna be like, oh, like the guy who like brings me coffee while I'm editing the show, like you should write an episode. And not of this show, but the comedy. Like, you know, I was like, I wasn't like seeing the path of how this was really going to work. And I started, having some success at UCB, getting on the sketch teams. I'm like, this seems to be going better. I also around this time started working with my writing partner, Van Robichaux. And
you met him at UCB?
I actually met him. I knew him from college.
Oh, okay.
But we were kind of acquaintances.
Okay.
And then we reconnected out here.
Cool.
And we started. We wrote a screenplay together.
Nice.
Relatively early in just we should like try writing a screenplay.
Sure.
Which was also I think really good because I was very much like came in with the attitude of like, I'll be a PA and then I'll be an assistant and then I'll like hopefully be like a writer on a television show and then maybe I could like create a television show and then maybe like in 25 years I could write a movie.
Right.
And Van just had
You saw it as a ladder.
Yeah. And Van was like, let's just write a movie and I think we can sell a movie.
Yeah.
And that was great. When we didn't end up selling that movie, but we did end up eventually getting an agent and
how do you get an agent from just writing some screenplays?
We're writing this screenplay. Our first screenplay that we wrote was called Fraternity Wins Lottery. It's exactly what it sounds like.
Okay.
A college fraternity wins the lottery. They spend the money rectly.
Okay. That's pretty funny.
Yeah. That was just the idea. We were like, nobody wants to read a screenplay from us, so let's come up with an idea that is you get it on the title page, and you can do it from there. So we wrote it, and we then sent it to literally everyone we knew who worked in Hollywood.
That's great.
Whether that's an assistant or anything. And people liked it, and but still, like most people like didn't have much control. So they would like it, and they would pass it on to somebody else. We would like twist their arm and beg them to,
right? And
they eventually would, but it would take a long time. And then we eventually, this guy DJ Guggenheim, is his name. It's a good name, but he was
sounds like an EDM artist.
He was like a coordinator at Paramount Vantage, which was like a part of Paramount, and they were shutting down actually.
Oh, geez.
But he had a big stack of scripts that were like favors or friends or whatever that he had been putting off. He's like, I don't have anything else to do. I'll read these. And he read ours, and he called us and said, hey, did you write this script? Like, I really like it. I got it from X person who got it from X person. And it was Guy Endor Kaiser, who's actually... now is Van's brother-in-law.
Funny.
At the time, he was just dating his sister.
Okay.
And so then he's like, I read the script and I like it. Would you guys want like a agent or a manager or like to have this movie produced? Like, would you mind if I sent it to some people? Like, is this
Please do.
Yeah, that's a trick question. And so that was a really cool and decent thing. So he sent it to a few people, and then that was like the first like momentum of like we're in Hollywood.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we had meetings at like the big office.
Oh, sweet.
And I had like an anxiety attack in the lobby of the Endeavor agency.
Why? What happened?
No, just because my palms just started sweating and I couldn't stop. Just because it was like like there are. Like it's just like the big fancy office, and like Meg Ryan was like in the lobby, and it's like, oh my god, like this is like the dream.
Yeah.
And it was just like overwhelming.
Yeah.
But so we had all those meetings, and we got a manager and an agent, and I was like, this is great, we are in. And then nothing happened for a long time.
Wait, so did they take you on? The manager and agent take you on as a duo or individual? Okay, so that's pretty cool
because it was basically off of that script,
right?
They were, and I was like, I also do stuff at like this comedy theater. Like, oh, we don't care. Don't tell us. No, they thought, like, oh, that's cool, but mostly this is what we're interested in.